Now let's face it, everybody loves chili, but the problem with chili is that it oftentimes is very high in fat. Now, I have my work cut out for me, but we're gonna take this recipe to rehab. I'm gonna start with some vegetables. So I've got some celery here, I've got some onion, and I have some shredded carrots that I just picked up at the grocery store. I'm gonna add a little oil to the pan, and that's gonna transfer the heat to the vegetables, allowing them to slowly cook. And in the pot go the onions, celery, and the carrot. Okay. I'm gonna cook this over medium-low heat, allowing all the vegetables to slowly cook out. The most important part of a chili is you cook it low and slow. Take your time with every process of the meal. Okay, I'm gonna give it a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. You always wanna season as you go. Okay. Here we have some chopped garlic. I'm just gonna smash my garlic. Smashing your garlic helps break down the garlic, making it a lot easier to chop. Because the garlic is chopped smaller than the other vegetables, it's more than likely to burn and cook at a faster pace. So you wanna add it after the vegetables are cooked. I'm gonna let that cook out for just a couple minutes. My next addition is going to be a chipotle chili. This is an adobo sauce. You can find these readily available at any supermarket. They come in little small cans like this. Now this is where you can control your own heat in your chili. I like mine to be pretty spicy, but I'm not trying to kill anybody here. So I'm gonna take one chili out of the adobo sauce. Make sure you get it all chopped nicely. And there's plenty of seeds in there. So this is really gonna add some nice heat and smoky element to the dish. If you want your chili to be really spiked with flavor, you wanna make sure to get a little extra adobo sauce in there. Okay, I'm gonna stir that up. All right, so I'm already smelling the wonderful smokiness of the chipotle coming out. I'm gonna add some chili powder. Chili powder is the key to success when you're dealing with chili. So I'm gonna put in some chili powder, and I'd never skimp on chili powder when it comes to my chili. Now we're gonna add some cumin. Cumin is essential when you're making chili. Okay, it's gonna give it that really wonderful spice that is inherent to any chili. Okay, now all the wonderful scents of my spices are coming out. I'm gonna add some crushed tomato. Just gonna add that in, stir it around. When I make chili, I always add brewed coffee, really strong brewed coffee. In fact, if you have leftover coffee, save it, that's the best. You want it to be really strong and potent. I love the earthy flavor it gives it. Add that to the mix. The most important part of a chili is the meat. Now, what I've done is I've cubed the beef shoulder. This is gonna add a lot of texture to the dish. I'm gonna just toss it in. Oftentimes people brown their meat before they add it to their chili. In this case, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna put it in raw. It's gonna keep it really tender. And because I've developed so many wonderful flavors using the celery and the carrots and the onions with all the chili powder and the cumin, this dish is just gonna melt in your mouth. I'm gonna let this sit and simmer for about 45 minutes uncovered until this meat is just fork tender. Now while this is cooking, I'm gonna get started on my cheese sauce. Instead of using processed cheese, I'm gonna use a real deal, but I've chosen a low-fat variety. What I have here is some non-fat milk. I brought it to a simmer. I'm gonna take some light Monterey Jack cheese, and in a bowl, I'm gonna mix it with some cornstarch. And what this is gonna do is it's going to help melt the cheese, making it a gooey, almost fondue-like cheese. Into my simmering milk, I'm gonna add this in batches, making sure that the cheese comes together and melts before I go in for another healthy load. Now we're gonna go in for another healthy handful here. This is exactly what we're looking for. See how it's starting to melt? It's all starting to come together. We go in for the last handful into the pots. Check that out. This is going to be delicious. Okay, all this is looking delicious. Melty cheese, chili's cooking, time to plate it up. Instead of using regular spaghetti, I've added some fiber to the dish with some whole wheat pasta. Look at this chunky chili. Whoa, yum. This is hearty, delicious. All right, we've got some melty cheese. We've got a really wonderful, bold chili, some whole wheat pasta. Kids are gonna love this.
Ready, set, cook. Subscribe or watch another Recipe Rehab how-to video right now.